The case we're going to discuss today is kind of an unusual case because it's a misdiagnosis case, not necessarily by a doctor or a hospital, but by a lab.
Correct, a national lab.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about this case?
Sure, we represent a lovely 60-year-old lady who you'll get to meet. And she had a small little bump on her leg, went to the doctor decided to excise it, to remove it, sent it out to Quest Laboratories locally here in South Florida, and came back that it was fine. And that was in October of 2007. In May of 2008, she was called by the doctor and told, listen, the lab thinks they made a mistake and they mixed up your specimen with someone else's. And they had to take another sample from her leg, and she came back having a very, very aggressive form of sarcoma, cancer.
How would they have known that they misplaced or mixed it up?
It's interesting you ask that. We're trying to find that out now through discovery. Probably what happened was the other patient, who was told she had cancer, was eventually rechecked and they found no cancer. We don't know who that patient is. We don't know if she understands the whole mix-up or not.
Right. You don't know because they won't tell you?
They won't tell us, that's correct.
It would seem to me that they would want to clear this up, right?
Well, it would seem to anybody that they would want to clear it up. What they're trying to do is hide the ball.
Yeah. They're trying to hide their mistake.
That's correct.
So she had another biopsy done, and what happened?
As a result of that, unfortunately, she had to go major surgery in her leg where they actually inserted a steel rod in her leg because of the extensive injury from the cancer. And that became infected. She later spent a month in the hospital, and she has a resulting horrible scar. She's in pain. She's at risk for cancer for the rest of her life where she wouldn't have been otherwise. And she can't work any longer. So she's really incapacitated. She's a walker.
The 8 months that she thought she didn't have a problem with her leg was gradually getting worse, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And as a result of this delay of 8 months, what is the damage that is done to her?
Well, had this been removed properly and diagnosed properly, she probably would have never needed the insertion of the steel rod. She would have never had the infection. Her risk of future cancer would have been much, much, much lower.
Yeah.
And she would probably be back at work and being a grandma and a mom and enjoying life.
Mark, tell us a little bit about Maria herself. What kind of woman was she prior to this horrible incident?
Maria is and was and still is a very unique woman. She's a warrior. She's a fighter. She's got a zest for life that really is uncommon. You don't see that in a lot of people. She's self-made. She's a beautician, runs her own business. She's been a successful person. Unfortunately, this injury, which was completely preventable, has taken just a tremendous toll on her life, from a physical toll to an emotional standpoint. She was a woman who would go out. She would socialize. She loved life. That has been literally ripped away from her at this point.
Right. I understand, Stuart, that she raised 4 kids?
That's correct.
Basically by herself, correct?
Correct.
She originally came from Italy?
Correct.
As a result of all this, she can't work now, can she?
She cannot work, and she really has trouble taking care of herself. She needs help.
Let's bring on Maria and her daughter right now.